Welcome to my portfolio. Please enjoy. My favorite quote is one by Marcus Tullius Cicero that states, "What nobler employment or more valuable to the state than that of the man who instructs the rising generation?" I heard that quote for the first time when I was in high school. At that time, there was a lot of commotion about teachers wanting a raise in their pay, so much of a commotion that every teacher spoke about it in every single class they taught every single day of the week, except for one, my history teacher, Mr. Tishy. He never spoke poorly about the conditions he was working under. A smile never left his face, and he never missed an opportunity to make his students laugh. Some of the other teachers would tease him about how he had never had anything to say about what was going on, and after a little while, I myself became very interested in how Mr. Tishy felt. Was he just the type of man who kept his feelings inside? Was he simply following school rules and not discussing his occupation in front of his students? Or maybe, was it that he really just did not care? Either way, I needed to know, so one day after class, I asked him, "Mr. Tishy, are you upset about everything that's going on, about what the other teachers are always talking about and complaining about? It sounds like they have legitimate reasons for the things they are saying. I think if I was in their position, I would agree with them." At first, he just smiled and let out a small sigh and a chuckle. He sat me down at his desk and he said, "How can I complain about my job? I am a teacher. What nobler employment or more valuable to the state than that of the man who instructs the rising generation? Money is not the issue, and it never should be. Every day I get to wake up and say, I am a teacher." With that, he sent me on his way, and I have never heard wiser words since. My name is Olivia Felmley, and I graduated from Flagler College in December 2013 with a bachelor's degree in elementary education, grades kindergarten through 6th. With this degree, I plan to teach the children of America to the best of my ability. I plan to never stop learning from my students because I believe sometimes they can teach me more than I could ever teach them. It is up to me as an educator to make sure that my students are not simply succeeding, but going above and beyond what is expected of them. My goal is to not only teach children, but to prepare them for life, to aid them in being ready to take on the world. Like John Dewey, I too believe in the nature of freedom in learning. Learning should promote the expansion of children's imaginations, higher order thinking, and independent thinking. Education should never restrict the learner, but instead give them freedom to expand and explore infinite ideas. I believe every student has potential. Every student is smart, every student is able, and every student deserves a fair chance and the right support system to become what they are capable of becoming. I will choose to keep the expectations high in my classroom, no matter what kind of students my classroom is filled with. I will choose to have successful procedures so that my students can take responsibility, and so that if I am ever late or sick, they can be the ones to initiate that day of learning without anyone's help besides their own. I have worked with children on numerous occasions. I have been a babysitter, a coach, an assistant in the classroom, and a big sister. Every time I meet a new child, all I can think about is how they are each their own person, how much I can learn from them, the potential that lies within them, and the urge to help them be the kind of person who never gives up, who always strives for the stars, who does not take no for an answer, and who dares to question the unquestionable. It is one thing to say all children can learn. It is another thing to actually believe it and spend every day proving it to be true.